Okay, let's try a second time. I hope everybody's doing well. So we're going to see if we can get Amanda on here. So we gave her the first attempt, but for some reason I think Facebook is a little wonky today. I know that for me, even editing some things, I was having a little difficulty. So, but I was just saying about Amanda is that she has two young ones. She's a hairdresser out of California, and she was a little bit concerned about having their kids home while we were doing this live. And I said to her, you know, real life is real life, and I think it's important that everyone knows real life. I think, you know, so many times everybody takes a great look at Facebook and they're like, oh my gosh, their lives are just so perfect. Yet, no, they're not. You know, there is truly real life going on. And, you know, and you have to roll with real life. And that real life is everything from young kids to significant others to work and everything outside of the home. You know, if you have elderly parents or if you know, work, you know, an hour from home, like there's real life things that happen. So I didn't want Amanda to cancel today. I wanted her to give this a go, even with her kids by her side and things like that. So we're gonna see if Amanda, when she hops on, hopefully she lets me know that she's here, and then we can bring her on. So a little bit more, like I said, Amanda's out of California. I got to finally meet her in person. I think it was February of this past year, but we have been in business now for several years. And, you know, Amanda brings a lot to the table. She's made a lot of changes in her life. She was a little bit standoffish because she didn't have the confidence, and then she broke through that. Okay, so here she is now. Let's see if we can grab hold of her. Ah, it's not. It's not letting me. It says it's adding though. Let's see if it adds her. Let's see. So, oh, here we go. Oh, we did
Hey,
it.
no idea what happened, but I'm
Yeah,
here.
me either. Me either. But I think that Facebook's been a little bit weird lately. So, nope, no big deal. Oh,
Yeah,
hi.
here we
See,
go.
so Amanda, I was just telling everybody about that. I just said, you know, you wanted to cancel or reschedule because you have kids in the house and you weren't sure how it was going to go, right? And
Yeah,
I want, because I know as a single mom, like my kid went everywhere with me and had to do everything with me. And I want people to
right,
realize that in network marketing, real life is real life, right? Like you have two
right.
little ones at home and they have to still be your priority. So let's talk a little bit. We're going to keep this limited. We're going to do 10 to 15 minutes. So it'll be like a quick jolt to
Perfect.
everybody and then we'll be off. So I wanted to talk. So tell everybody, I told them that you're a hairdresser, but tell a little bit about, you know, yourself and your life out in California.
Yeah, so thank you for having me and thank you for being willing. Like I said earlier, I've never done a live like with my children, with somebody else. I've done one by myself with my kids, but yeah, thank you for testing the waters for me because I have no
No
idea how this
problem.
is gonna go. But anyways, so I'm a mom of two toddler girls and a wife, and I'm a hairdresser. I thought that I would be a hairdresser for the rest of my life until I realized that it's a lot of work and I don't want to be 60 years old someday still having to cut hair because I don't have a retirement, right?
Right, right.
And you know, my husband, he works really hard in the construction industry. He's a heavy equipment operator, and I mean, California is, it seems like there's always something being built or new homes, and, you know, so he's always
Right.
busy. And part of my story is that my father was in construction. He still is almost 60 years old and still in construction because he's
Mm,
always worked for himself and now he's still working to pay the
right,
mortgage, you know? And
right.
that's not what I want for my family. So, anyways, that's just a little bit about me.
Good.
I love family, I love people, and I'm so happy that I have built this relationship with you because you've been a big part of, you know, my journey and helping me, and just I'm so excited that we finally got to meet, you know, at the beginning of
I
this
know.
year. But, you know, so yeah.
Well, it's my pleasure to be part of the journey. And So I just want you to add a little bit. I want to talk a little bit about your not liking how you sounded and how you felt, how you really felt when you went to first go do a live. Like what were your feelings? What was your, what really was holding you back?
Oh gosh. Well, yeah, I did not like the way that my voice sounded. I when I hear myself like play back, I would always be like, "Oh my God, I sound like a little kid," or like, I just don't I didn't feel confident in my voice or in what I was even talking about. There was a lot of times where I didn't feel like I even really knew what I was even talking about, and so that held me back a lot. My first live by myself, oh my gosh, I think I just like rambled. Can you take that in the kitchen, please? Thank you. I think I just rambled on and, just did not feel like I was, anyways, when I would speak in public, if I ever had to like even ask a question in class, my voice would get super shaky. I felt like I was always going to cry. Sometimes I would cry.
Oh,
And it was just this emotion that came over my body that I didn't know how to control.
right,
And
right,
one thing about what we do and what we're a part of with Overcome Nation is that we have the most amazing mentorship that will take something that you're going through and help you to change your mindset about it or, think about it in a different way. So, the very first time I was asked to speak on stage, our mentors knew that I had a problem with public speaking. And Rick told me, I said, I just don't want to cry. Like, because I didn't cry
oh,
on purpose. Like, I
right,
didn't cry because I wanted to. It just happened. Like. And so I was
right.
like, I just don't want to cry. And he just said, if you feel like crying, cry. Like,
Oh,
it's not a problem. And I was like, okay. And somebody told me after I spoke for the very first time, you cried at the perfect moment because I did cry, but the only time I cried was when I was talking about my family. And so, taking a problem that in my eyes I saw it as an issue, I saw it as something that was bad, and they
right,
said you'll cry when it feels right, or just if you need to cry, cry, and it's okay. And they
right,
made it okay for me, and that has been a huge part of my story because I didn't even like talking to people because a lot of people deal with this actually, that the more that
yeah,
I tell my story, the more I hear a lot of people are like, I don't like talking in front of people. I don't like the sound of my voice. I get
right,
trembly, I get shaky, I get sweaty, all the things that
right,
come along with
yeah,
it. And so, I think that sharing that part of my story, and not a lot of people have somebody in their life that can help them through it. Okay, go in the kitchen.
right. So I'm glad that you touched on that because I think that it's important for our team to be recognized, right? Rick and Kim, that they are so transparent themselves and they are so forthright and they understand what each of us are going through in our growth,
Right,
right? No matter
right.
what level that we're in, no matter what it is, they understand where we're at. So let's just touch real quick, so we can wrap this up for you because they're doing so
No,
good
you're
right now. I
good.
don't want to wreck it. Um, I want you to say, like, what does Overcome Nation really mean to you as far as being part of network marketing and just overall what it's done for you as an individual, a female, self-employed female, as a mother, as a wife. What has it done for you?
Yeah, I think that the number one thing is that it's given me confidence in who I am as a mom, as a business owner, as just a woman.
Right.
But the thing that Overcome Nation offers to everybody is wealth is an all around thing, right? Wealth is not just
Mhm.
finances. In order
Right.
to be wealthy, you need to be healthy. You need to have a good mindset. You need to have good habits. You need to have good, you need to be financially, you need to be able to take care of your finances, not just
Mm-hmm.
have money, but you need to be able to manage your
Right.
finances and manage it properly and not blow money and not buy things that you shouldn't. So, as a whole, as a person, in order to become wealthy, you need all these things. And Overcome Nation is a wealth development program. It develops wealth in every area of your life to where you're not making all this money, but then buying brand new cars and spending money on things that you shouldn't be. But you're
Right.
also wealthy in your relationship with your children. I'm not telling my
Right.
kids, go to the room, be quiet, don't come in here. Like they're a part of
Right.
everything that I do. And yeah, it does make it a little bit more complicated to do these things, but it's okay, right? And so
Mm-hmm.
that is where
Absolutely.
wealth is developed in what we do. And like being a hairdresser as well, like it
Mm-hmm.
develops wealth in that relationship with my mindset with doing hair. So
Right.
you know we are able to develop the person as a whole. And that is
Yes.
what is lacking a lot in this industry, because we teach to, or not we, but most people in this industry teach, you know, go out, buy new stuff, show it off, get the Louis
Mm-hmm.
Vuitton, get
Right.
the Tory Burch shoes. And I have those things too. But, you know, it's the fact that we build the person first, because if you don't the
Mm-hmm.
person, then how are they going to build a sustainable business?
Right, absolutely. So I'm really happy that you touched on that, because many people don't realize the difference between assets and liabilities, and that's something that we're trained with here in Overcome Nation. And even being in the marriage, you need to be an asset to your spouse, not a
Right.
liability, right? So there's
Right.
so many things that assets and liabilities can be
Okay,
applied
we'll
to.
pick it up after.
So I'm
Exactly.
so thankful that you touched on that. But anyway, so I am going to wrap it up. I know that they're going to want your attention any minute, but I'm glad that you did this. Congratulations to you
Thank you.
for like, okay, Maria said we're just going to do it, kids or no kids. Because I think it's important that everyone that does come through and sees this video, that they see you doing it with real life around you. So I'm really
Right.
proud of you for doing that. You did great.
Yeah. And I just want to say, like, yes, it is hard building this business with young children,
Right.
with young children that growl at you while you're on a live. But,
Right.
it is possible, right? And no, it's not going to
Yes.
happen overnight, and it's not going to be all rainbows, and it's not going to
Butterflies.
be,
Yeah.
it's not easy, but it's possible.
Right.
And if I can do it, if I can make the changes in my life, if I can schedule the time in, if I can, get a babysitter once a week in order to build my
Right.
business, that's what I'm going to do. And
Right.
my journey in this industry is going to look completely different than somebody that is single with
Yes.
no kids, with tons of time. But
Hmm.
I'm okay with that, because what we teach also in Overcome Nation, and what our mentors drill into us, is first it's God, then it's your family, and then it's your business. So I will
Right.
always put my family first, after God.
Yes.
But yeah. And so, I just want to be the light that says to the mom that thinks that she cannot do it, that you can.
Right.
And it is
Yeah.
possible. It's going to take a little bit more
Absolutely.
time, but it is possible. So,
Absolutely.
thank you for
I'm so
having me,
glad
and
that
thank
you
you for
said
doing
that.
this.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, here you are doing a live and peeling a banana at the same time. I mean, girl,
Right?
you can't beat that.
No, no. I've had to
Anyway, I
count a couple
will.
times.
Yeah, I will definitely see you in California on
Yes,
Saturday,
I'll
right?
see you
All
on
right.
Friday or Saturday. Yep.
I'll be there Thursday. So whenever you
Okay.
arrive, you just let me know, okay?
Sounds good. Can't
All
wait.
right. Thanks so much for doing this. Have a great afternoon with
Of
your
course.
girls. I'll
You
talk to you
too.
soon.
Thanks. Okay.
All right. Bye,
Bye-bye.
hon.